Greetings everybody, Wolfie here. Well, it's been a long time since I've done some car content, so probably well overdue for me to go ahead and do a little bit of car work. At any rate, about a month ago I purchased this vehicle here. It is a 2019 Nissan Leaf SL Plus. It is the long range version, hence the Plus moniker on it. Got a really good deal on it. Plus company that I work for had an incentive on it to stack on top of the Federals. So in the end, about $15,000 by the time I get the taxes back off the price of the car. I can handle that. At any rate, one thing when I was notice when I was researching is that nobody really in the U.S. is following these. So all my information has all been in the U.K. So I figured, why not? We'll go ahead and I'll start vlogging the good, bad, and the ugly with regarding owning an EV here in the U.S. So with that, I'll go on over what this vehicle is, and what I bought. As I said, it's a 2019 Nissan Leaf SL Plus. SL is their top trim line. The car has approximately 215 to 226 mile range, depending on whether you believe the advertisements or what they had on the sticker. With it being the top tier model, it does have the LED headlights. Although for whatever reason, I don't understand why they have halogens in the fogs. We'll probably mod that. And it has, that little hatch there is where the chargers are at. This does have the capacity for DC fast charging. There's a thing that in the UK is called Dieselgate. Or not Dieselgate, but ChargeGate. And basically what it boils down to is when people were taking these on long distances, the vehicle was starting to protect the battery when it was getting a little warm from the rapid recharging. And since a lot of that dealt with the 40 kilowatt hour battery, we'll see what the added range of the 62 kilowatt battery that this thing is equipped with does for the inevitability when I do take it on a longer trip. Because that was one of the reasons why I bought it, was I wanted the ability to use it as I would any other car. The only thing I've done to it so far is get window tint done. That I actually just got done last weekend, so I still can't open the windows yet. So with that, we will show underneath. First things first, here's where the chargers are. Here's your little house charger, your level 1, level 2 plugs go in here. And on this side, that is where, this is a CHAdeMO, I guess is the acronym word for it, but that's where DC fast chargers will plug in. So we'll actually be using that here fairly soon. Okay, that's set and done. Of course, this being a Nissan, they did their level best to make the electric systems in this look a lot like what one would expect to see under a gas car. Basically, the electric motor is buried down in the bottom, and then the controllers, including the DC-DC converters and all that management, are stacked vertically above the motor. Nissan used what they call a heat pump for the HVAC system in this car. So basically the air conditioner also does heater duty in the winter time by basically flipping things in the opposite direction. I think that's what all this valving is down here about. So the same unit heats it and cools it, so the power draw will be similar. So we'll come inside. Being the SL, you do have the leather interior. Got the little blue stitching and I got the black. I really don't like light gray interiors because I tend to make them dirty very quickly. So, little shifters down here. One thing that's a glaring omission in this car is they put a single USB port. This does not please either one of us, but we are doing the workaround of using the secondary plug got a twin USB port so we can have two phones going. Automatic climate control, of course. And we have the vehicles. And bear with me a quick second so I can get this right with copyright. There we go. So anyway, here's the center screen, all your little doodads here, your audio, your maps. They do, as it's an EV, they do have charging stations are pre-programmed into it for your route planning. First you have your map, your audio, cameras. This has the 360 degree cameras. Let's see if I can get it to come on. There we go. Here's your 360 degree cameras. And this is a very nice little tool for when you're in travel. Part of the requirements for this vehicle was I wanted the lane keep, adaptive cruise, and the crash mitigation. This car has all of them. It's a very nice feature to have. And no, I'm not going to do the stupid thing that people seem to like to do, to go, hey, look, Mom, no hands. That's not what it's for. What it's for is to, if you're just get a slight little bit of distraction, remind you that, hey, pay attention. Or if you miss something, it catches it, because cameras don't blink. So, at any rate, we'll go over some of the little features that it has. Of course, this is all of your navigation here. You can go home, set destinations, look at previous destination, search for points of interest, etc. This here is the info screen, your SiriusXM weather, traffic, sports if you're into that kind of thing, stocks, whatever all that junk is. The screen that I like the most is this one here. This one deals with energy usage. So when you're out and about, it will show you how much your climate control is using, how much your ancillary system using, as well as your traction motor, whether you're using power or regenning it. Have driving range. This basically shows you the area in which you're able to drive, considering its the battery state of charge. Nearby charging stations. This will tell you where your nearby stations are, so you can push the button and route to them. So that works nicely. I have not used it. I'm still mostly charging at home. So EV settings, I really haven't played with that. Let's see what this does, if anything. Oh, okay. Who cares about that? I don't. So at any rate, we've got your audio stuff is here. Of course, your SiriusXM. Then you have your Bluetooth audio for your phone, USB. I have a book on tape in here right now, AM, FM, all the stuff that you're familiar with for audio stuff. Then get back to the home menu, back on the map, showing you roughly where you're at. You can poke that button at any time if you just want to see something quickly. Then your Bluetooth connections, other settings. You can come over here and customize the home menu, shows you what your climate control is doing. Then here's SiriusXM stuff that you saw in the other screen is up on your is up as a option for your home screens. And back around to the front. So that's their infotainment in kind of a nutshell. Right here, like I said, this is the adaptive cruise and your lane keeping. It will maintain distance, keep you centered in the lane, and I do like it. And of course your dashboard. I'll go ahead and turn this on. So that's our turn on process. And right now it's basically showing you where the sensors are for your blind spots and all that stuff. So this is the main screen here. I can go back over this way. And that's the my power consumption over since I left and started running some errands. And then we've got instant economy. So right now I'm averaging about 4 miles for every kilowatt of power that I consume, which is above the rating for the car. And then the compass, and that's just as it is, just a plain old compass. We have, of course, the music here. And then we have on the main screen, this would be your, basically what was on the other, just nice and big for you to easily read, shows your remaining range. Going down here, charge time for your battery. the battery temperatures. As you can see, it's nice and cool, right where we want it. And this is where are we at on the battery capacity? It's remaining life, I assume. So with that, we'll go ahead and give this thing a little bit of a drive. That's for other settings. Back to the front. I like that screen the most. So give me a moment. We'll be on the road, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, we're back. We're on the road now. Let's see, it's a very, very quiet car to ride in. I enjoy that, especially since I've got enough hearing damage. I want to protect what I have left, so that was pretty important. You know, we're not doing very, very fast. Of course, we're on little side roads. But this car does have very good power. I have no problem surprising people who want to try to play the aggressive thing, you know, around the pokey little economy vehicle, as this thing is often viewed as by the pro truck crowd. But it's just a nice, easy, quiet, comfortable drive. It's not anything that'll sit there and make you go absolutely giddy at all times. I mean, it has great acceleration, so that'll make you smile. But other than that, it's an economy car first and foremost, and it does drive like one. And I'm quite okay with this. But with that, I will I will go ahead and finish this off, and I will be back at a later time with more on the ups and downs and thises and that's when it comes to owning an EV and getting oneself set up to live with it. So, at any rate, I'll be back, and we'll see you guys later.